Hello, 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 everyone. I am super excited to have you joining us here today. Listen, we are going to have an amazing time here on the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show because guess what? My guest is dynamic as they are every single episode. Listen, Dr. Keita Joy is hanging out with us in the virtual green room. I'm going to be bringing her up to the mic momentarily. She's been recently seen on the OWN Network's new show, Fear Not, with Ayanna Van Zant. But listen, she is here to teach the secrets that help you level up in life, love, and relationship. We're going to get right into it right after this quick intro. Stick around. We've got a lot to share with you today.
Whoa. Why y'all so happy?
You don't know? Charvette Mitchell is on the radio.
It's time to get motivated, excited, and influenced. Why? It's the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show, live from Richmond, Virginia. And now, here to motivate, excite, and influence you, Charvette Mitchell.
All right. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in from all across the World Wide Web. This is Charvette Mitchell. And you know, the goal of this show is to motivate, excite, and influence. We are live. Yep. So welcome to all those that are coming on in from all across Facebook. Listen, my Facebook personal page. Shout out to my Facebook group. Hey, girl. Hey. Facebook, my business page. Periscope. How you doing? Give us some hearts while you're watching. YouTube. You know, we love you guys as well. And certainly all of our podcast stations and those hanging out on charvette.com. We appreciate you so much. So listen, as you're coming on in, let us know where you're listening from. If you are live, where you're watching from. We want to shout you out and give you some love to all those that are coming on in. We love you guys. Hey, Dr. Kimberly, thank you so much for popping in. Hey, Erica Lynn, thank you so much for coming in. Social media management. Listen, I got to shout out my mom. Hey, mom. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you so much. Hey, Sean, for coming in. I think you're in Paris or London, Sean. Let me know where you're watching from and listening from. So, you know, the show is going to be amazing. I am so excited to have this dynamic young lady. Dr. Keita Joy is joining us. Let me just tell you a little bit more about her as I bring her up to the mic. You've seen her, been featured on a lot of different places. I already mentioned the OWN Network, but also Fox, Steve Harvey, Forbes, all over the place. And she really holds a safe space for high achievers to maximize their greatest potential and unlock success now. And her main focus is helping professionals, helping athletes, and creatives to level up and get what they want in life, love, and business. And so I know you guys are ready to hear more from Dr. Joy. I'm bringing her up to the mic right now. Welcome to the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey, I'm so excited to be here. I love your energy. I am ready. I hear you talking. I'm like, I can't wait to hang out with Charvette. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, yes. My goodness. I'm excited to have you. So I would love to just kind of get started about how you even got into this space. I mean, all kinds of media and speaking and life coaching and what got you to this place in life?
Yeah. And literally my success formula has gotten me here. And so I always say to do it well and do it consistently. So I really believe my excellence and my consistency has gotten me where I am. Because a lot of people, you know how to do Charvette. Everybody's a life coach. Everybody's a something. But you really see through time who people are. Hi, Kimberly. You really see through time who truly you are. Because somebody can say that, and as soon as hardships come, oh, wait, now you don't have a business no more? Like, what happened? Like, you still have to weather those storms. So I've remained consistent over the years. And I want to say really consistent in my purpose. And I know purpose at times, it can be painful. But however, I'm called here to make a significant impact in people's lives. And so that's always my drive to continue this coaching practice.
Wait a minute. So you just did like an Oprah Life class, like right there in that intro. We gotta rewind. That's That success subscription. Say that
Yes.
for us slow. Break that down some more. That was good.
Okay, let me break it down real quick. And I be trying to tell people, I tell this to teenagers all the way to grown behind adults. Like, if you follow this, you good. I'm trying to tell y'all. You know how you're trying to give somebody the blueprint? You're like, it's right here, right here.
Wow.
And so it's do it well, and do it consistently. And do you is the hardest part because we deal with so many insecurities. We start with that comparison disease, thinking we have to be like someone else. Maybe there were these negative narratives that we believed growing up. Yeah. And then we realize we're adults and we're still believing that same negative tape. And we have to stop and have new thoughts, new behaviors that align with who we truly are. And so doing you is getting still and really getting clear about, like, what are your values? And then after that, what are you talented in? What are you gifted in? What are you anointed in? And I tell people it could be something small. People be thinking it's something grand. Like, I've been blabbing my mouth since I've been an only child as a little kid. So all that happened was just over time. It's just been cultivated. And now I'm using it to get paid and make a difference. But I've always loved to speak. I talk to anybody who has a pulse. That's always been me. So sometimes we have these hidden gifts and treasures there, but because of insecurities, because of our past, we're not tapping into them. And so that's what doing you is all about. Yeah.
Wow. I want to bring up a comment from Coach Andrea, who's joining us as well. She says purpose can be painful. What's your thought and commentary on that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that I'm a very spiritual woman, and I believe in God and following his principles. And nowhere in the Bible do you see any of the greats who had this easy, comfortable life. Even Jesus himself endured the most pain, but for the greatest purpose of all mankind, right? So there is healthy forms of pain that's associated with your purpose and trials and tribulations that you have to go through so that you can learn those lessons and be a better person. There's a lot of things that I went through. I'm like, God, why did I go through that? And then when I get to the next level, I'm like,
I see now.
I get it. Now I get it. Now I'm prepared. I'm prepared for the next level of my purpose, but I didn't know really the pain did that for me. The pain got me ready for it.
Wow. Perspective. If you're just popping in, hey, you're hanging out here with the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. Thank you for all of those that are coming in from all across the World Wide Web. We are talking to Dr. Keita Joy, Success Uncensored Coaching. Listen, Erica Lynn says she just dropped some gems in less than 2 minutes. Listen, hang around. Don't even leave. And I think Jeanette makes a great point. Do it well and do it consistently. Sometimes people do some stuff, they do it well, but they're not consistent, or they're consistent in stuff they don't do well. So this whole subscription, it all has to work together, right?
You gotta have all three. Yep, you have to have all three components for it to work. You gotta do you gotta make sure you're doing it in excellence. Because what I try to tell people, also I'm a professor at a university and I teach a student success course, and I train my students as well as I train my clients. If you're picking and choosing when you're operating in excellence, then the excellence isn't because of who you are, it's because of who they are. So that goes against doing you. So you should be excellent because you're in the room. You see what I'm saying? So when I was a first grade teacher, because I was in that room, excellence was in that room. Wow. And so even if I'm on a TED Talk stage, excellence is still in that room. So it don't matter what the platform is, it matters who's in the room. And if I'm in the room, excellence is going to be there.
Oh, that's good.
So excellence is
out your amen. Type out your amen.
You know, and when you do that, you're not going to miss opportunities. You don't have to worry about missing opportunities because you know you're showing up as your best self in every occasion. And you'll be surprised who knows who. So I've just learned, be good to everybody. Be excellent at all times. And that way God can show up and show out on your behalf in every situation. So sometimes you want God to show out. He's like, show out with what? What you want me to do with that? That don't represent me. Right. He's like, come on now. I gave you a lot.
Oh my goodness. I capture a comment from a viewer, listener, Giselle, which I think you're in the islands somewhere. Let me know. I can see clearly now after the name. Yeah. So sometimes there is some clarity that comes. And, I've been hearing a lot of people having discussions around at the beginning of this year, 2020, we're going to see clear. 2020, it's vision. And all
That's 2020.
now we're over halfway through, and some people are like, okay, what happened to those conversations? So we're in this period of pandemic. What are your thoughts around, can we continue to be successful during this time period?
Charvette, let me tell you something. You ready to hear something?
Yes.
So I have experienced my biggest blessings during the global pandemic. What you say? What you say?
Yes.
Let me tell you what God can do with the World Wide Web during a global pandemic. And I'm sharing that because purpose don't take no breaks. Purpose don't care about no virus. Racial discrimination can't stop purpose. People can't stop your purpose. The only thing that can stop your purpose is yourself. So
Yes.
I've never stopped. And because I've never stopped operating in purpose, the blessings haven't stopped either.
All right.
So I think sometimes we get caught up in, again, like titles and prestige and who's influential. And I'm like, God don't care about that. So I feel like this was really revealing season. If you weren't operating in purpose, life is difficult right now because the world doesn't need anything else other than purpose. We don't need pretentious people in this world. We need people who are operating in purpose. You understand? And so I feel like if that's the place that you're in, can't no virus stop your hustle. Can't no virus stop what God wants to do in your life. But you got to be operating in purpose. And I mean, you got to have honest conversations with yourself. Like sometimes we mess up. We're like, wait a minute, that's not aligned with my values.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like you got to be honest. And so you can clean stuff up and walk straight, walk right. Okay, take vacation.
I love it. Yes, Trinidad, Tobago. All right, thank you from all the way over there. We are ready. We are ready to be there with you. That is right on track. Listen, I know while people are listening, they're like, okay, how can I connect with her online? Give all of your social media deets and website and all that good stuff.
Okay, awesome. So I'm super social. I love to hang out. So you guys can follow me on @the Dr. Keita Joy. So that's the DrKeitaJoy. And I love hanging out on Instagram. I hang out on Facebook. I hang out on Twitter, and I hang out on LinkedIn a lot. Those are my main places where I party and connect with purpose with everybody. So please follow me there. And then also you can go to my website, keitajoy.com, and learn about my coaching services there too.
Wonderful. And I have tagged in multiple places. So if you're following me or if you hang out at charvette.com, we have a great blog post and her website link is there. And when you click that website link, that'll take you to all of the connections points. If you're like, I was trying to write what she said, just go to charvette.com. And the blog post we have with a beautiful picture has all that you need. Yes, Coach Andrea said popularity doesn't pay bills. Oh my goodness. Welcome. Hey, Tracy, thank you for coming in. Okay, so Dr. Joy, how did you get the connection with being on the OWN network with Iyanla Vanzant with Fear Not? Tell us all the deets about that.
I'm so glad you asked, Charvette. And I know people going to be like, don't give me that answer. Give me something else. Tell me something else. But it literally was me committing to showing up as my authentic self in online spaces. And I mention that because it can be difficult. I remember early on in my coaching business, I struggled with looking at what other coaches were doing and thinking I needed to sound like them. I needed to look like her. I mean, sometimes even thinking maybe my style needed to be altered and look like someone else. And I realized that's not what's going to level you up. It's you. You have to understand that I had to remember, because I had forgot, that I serve an abundant God and that there is a space for exactly what I offer in coaching. And I have to trust that. And at first I didn't. I thought I had to be more businessy or do, just looking at all these other coaches and thinking, oh, okay, well, maybe if I'm more like her, then I'm going to get recognized. Ooh. And God was like, sit down, sit down.
Have a seat.
Have a seat. Several of seats, please. And it was just like, can you be brave enough to be yourself? Can you be brave enough to explore what that looks like? Can you be comfortable with people who will accept you for who you are and the people who won't?
Yeah.
Can you be okay with that? And once I got okay with who I was and got okay with what my secret sauce was when it came to coaching, I just started consistently showing up in that same space online. And what happened was producers. And so I want to encourage people. Sometimes you can think, well, I don't have a blue check next to my name. I'm not a celebrity. No one's going to notice me. Honey, I don't live in Hollywood. I don't even live in Atlanta. I live with Mickey Mouse in Orlando. Okay. Just to be clear, that's where I'm at. And Purpose found me all the way in Orlando, Florida, and it will find you all the way in Tobago and the Bahamas. It will find you wherever you are. So I just kept showing up consistently online. And before I knew it, big time producers were contacting me. Big time producers. Because, and it's also very spiritual, and I do the same thing in my business. People aren't looking for a blue check. They're looking for talent.
Yes.
You have talent. Don't nobody care about your blue check. Okay. Everybody's destiny is not to be Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner. Okay.
Okay. Hello.
In that. So if you just keep showing up as your authentic self in purpose over and over again, and you're clear, right? You have to be clear about what narrative do you want to portray online? What do you want to show?
Yes.
And I was very strategic in that. What image, what narrative do I want to portray? And I'm going to consistently show up in that. And when you do that, people can trust your brand. People can trust consistency. And
you are preaching right now. This is my kind of preaching right here.
And that's
I work with leaders and entrepreneurs, Dr. Joy, around their visibility and their branding. And you are like right in line with, and I have clients here that will testify. This is in line with what she's been saying. Hey, shout out to comedian Wendy Lee. Howdy from Wakanda.
I gotta do this.
We gotta show some love. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the producers just found you. They just found you, and then what were the next thing?
And I will say it's a journey. So let me help you guys understand. TV was always, I was always destined for TV.
Mm-hmm.
Always. So even early on in my business, low budget producers would find me first. You understand?
Yeah.
And you so happy that Joe Schmo from Baptist A&E 7-Day Adventist got a studio in the back and want to throw a green screen up and film something, you know?
Yeah.
And so, but I saw over time, it just kept coming to me.
Mm-hmm.
And God kept showing me, if you just get clear about your brand message, and you can't do that until you get clear about who you are, what your values are, and really get clear about what does your signature coaching program look like? How can you continually convey that to your audience? And then I realized the gift is not so much in your resume and in your degrees and how many people you know. It's your heart.
Yeah.
So many people I get booked for. You know what they tell me, Charvette? It's not that I have a doctorate. And I'm like, dang, can y'all acknowledge my doctorate, please?
Right.
I had almost PTSD getting that doctorate. Y'all ain't gonna mention that. But what they mention is, oh my God, I love your heart for people.
Yeah.
I love your energy. I just connect with you. That's what it is. So I'm learning. It's the little things that we learn to cultivate within ourselves. That's what attracts those big opportunities. And so that's what just happened to me over time. But it took time. I've been in this game for a minute. That's what I want people to understand. It wasn't like I was like, I'll just post on Instagram and YouTube for like a year, and then that's it. And then now I'm just gonna be big superstar. No, I'm up in purpose in the trenches. Every single day, helping women online and offline, helping the barista at Starbucks get healing and hope. This is something that I do all the time. And just after a while, the more and more you continue to do the same thing, you're going to reap the benefits from it.
I love it, Dr. Joy. And listen, I went to your website and snagged a testimonial from Natasha Haskins, who is an Olympic, world, and U.S. national champion. And she says, Dr. Joy's unique way with words will put you at ease while simultaneously emboldening you to become an empowered individual. And I think we can hear that right here, right today. And so, and I want to mention that you've had a lot of media experience and press and all that, but this fear not happened during the pandemic. Is that correct?
Charvette.
Yes.
Charvette.
Point.
What he can do. That's what I'm trying to tell people. God will put you at the front of the line.
If you
just are operating in purpose. And I just be blown away at the power of God in my life.
Yeah.
If you've got a message, that's what I'm saying. Don't get caught up in trends. Do you genuinely have a message to share with God's people? Stop faking God's people for a quick paycheck. You like pimping his people. Stop that. Get your money, but do it in integrity. Do it right. Really have a service, a product that can really help people. Not just be out here jucking and jiving and posting cute pictures, looking for a quick come up. That's not it. That's not what God is looking for.
It's not it. And there's a requirement and a demand on your life for more. There's a requirement and a demand on your life for more. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for all of the hearts and the loves we see. Those that are hanging out in my Facebook group, Coaching with Vet. If you are a female entrepreneur or wannabe, join us over there on Facebook. It's Coaching with Vet or heygirlhey.today and all the other places that you are watching and listening from. Thank you so much for all the ladies that are hanging out there and checking in with us. Let's do this. We're going to take a quick commercial break, just a quick commercial break. Give you a minute to sip some tea or some water. And then when we come back, I want to you've given so much already, but maybe a few more tips. And then I want to hear about new programs and also some digital products and things I saw over on your site. So we'll let you hang out in the virtual green room and we will bring Dr. Joy back up. Again, welcome to all those that are coming in. I'm Charvette Mitchell and I am the host of the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us all across the World Wide Web, or if you're listening to the podcast, shout out to all of our podcasts. Listen, iTunes, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, like all of our podcast connections. We appreciate you. So hang around, don't move. We're going to take a quick commercial break and then we're going to be back with Dr. Joy. All right. Shout out to Black Women Talk Tech. I'm excited. I'm going to be a speaker at that event that you just saw that amazing video for July 30th. So the information's on my wall and all that good stuff. So I'm excited to be a speaker there. If you're just tuning in, hey, we're glad to have you from all across the World Wide Web. Periscope, give us some hearts. Hanging out on YouTube, you know what? Show us some love as well. And of course, all across Facebook, we appreciate you here. We are chatting it up and hanging out with Dr. Keita Joy, founder of Success Uncensored Coaching. Listen, give you some Oprah Life Class stuff going on right here. So I'm going to bring her back up into the studio here. And we are back. All right. So Dr. Joy, maybe if there were 3 success tips that you could share with those that are listening. We have a lot of business owners, those that are emerging business owners, maybe 3 success tips you could share.
Ooh, so aside from my formula, I would say creativity. Tap into your creativity. That's the first one. You have to know how to think outside the box. And so that's what I love about the pandemic, the beautiful part of it, because it has forced me, if you're a creative, it has forced me to new levels of creativity that I didn't even know I possessed. I'll give you an example. Harbor House of Central Florida, they help domestic violence survivors, and they provide them with resources, all of that. And so I was like, man, I really want to give back. How can I give and help during this time? Because I also knew that those cases of domestic violence were rising because these people, families are at home and they're taking out their anger on each other. And so I knew that a lot of families weren't safe. And so I said, you know what, virtually, let's get a DJ. So I got a DJ, I got mental health therapists, I got a comedian, and we did a whole virtual night and raised $1,000 in a night to be able to help with charity. But that took creativity, thinking outside the box. Okay, we may not be able to meet face to face, but there's still so many things that I can do creatively but you have to get into that mental space. So I would say tap into your creativity. The other one I would say is saturate yourself in purpose. And I think when we think about purpose, we're always thinking about really big goals.
Yeah.
But cleaning your home should be done in purpose.
Or a closet. We can start with a closet, right?
Or a section of a closet, child. I still got one corner that needs some stuff needs to go to film, okay? But doing things in purpose. So that means being intentional, your intentionality, and then also making sure that you're cultivating your gifts and your talents. There's so many people that I talk to, and if I ask them, hey man, tell me what you're good at, they're stuttering, stumbling over their words, pausing. Wait a minute, if you don't believe in yourself and you're not sure in who you are, how do you expect somebody else to be? So I would say, be creative, be intentional about your purpose. And then the third one is, what did I say the third? There's so many.
Creativity and be intentional. We clean up the junk drawer.
Yes. And then I had my last one.
And I probably interrupted you, but listen, those two are good, and y'all go back and listen. Yeah, we got it. Okay, and so how can are you accepting clients? How can people work with you? If someone's listening saying, I'm connecting with what she's saying, how can they work with you, Dr. Joy?
Yep. If you go to KeitaJoy.com, I have an online program called Success 101. And so that program is designed either for your personal or professional life to help you to level up. So you learn how to manifest miracles. You learn how to have better, proper boundaries. You learn how to be more strategic and gain more clarity so you can figure out your next move. So I highly recommend anyone, if you're kind of like, let me see what is Dr. Keita Joy about. Like, I don't know. Let me see what she's working with. I highly recommend that course. It's only $47, and it's a great way to learn more about who I am, and then also gain so many valuable nuggets on success. And then if you go there, I also have my Success Uncensored book for sale on my website. And I also do one-on-one exclusive coaching. I am very particular with that. That has to be people you're ready to work, you want changes in your life, and you want someone who's going to give you that safe space, but they're going to push you to greater. And so all of that information is on my website if you go to KeitaJoy.com.
Fabulous. Thank you, Reverend Dr. Sandra, for this quick recap here. Tap into the creativity found during the pandemic and saturate yourself in purpose. Be intentional. And Lady Shamika.
Thank you. Cultivate your gift. That was it.
Thank you. Listen, I didn't even know you were listening and watching. Thank you so much. From Richmond, Virginia, pastors, co-pastor, first lady. Thank you so much. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. So the newest thing, I know, it's because we're almost riding 2 pandemics now with all of the Black Lives Matter and just this really revolution, quite honestly, that's going on. And you have launched a new training program for Black boys. Talk a little bit about that. And can you hear me? We have a little bit of a delay.
I know.
Okay, can you hear me?
It started breaking up. Hi.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I hear you. I know you said, launching a new coaching program.
Yes. For Black boys. Tell us about that.
It's like breaking up.
Well, we can still hear you. All right.
You can still hear me though?
I can still hear you.
You can still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I hear you. Yep. So without the new pandemic, everything going on, I heard that part.
Yes, your new program for young boys.
Okay, yeah, she's like, boom. Okay, so aside from being a business owner, I am a Black lady, as you can tell. I'm like Black. And my husband, we're celebrating 13 years of marriage next month, August 4th. And the two of us together procreated and made a couple kids, Maxwell and Michaela, who are 9 and 7 years old. And so honestly, as a mother, I have been traumatized during this pandemic of systemic racism and police brutality. I can't even count how many times I've cried, seeing one, if I just see another Black boy or girl be murdered senselessly at the hands of police brutality, I'm sick. I'm sick. Yeah. And so I said, what can I do to help? I felt like I'm not a politician. I'm not an attorney. So I'm not really well versed in all things legal. But I said, I know I can still help because I believe that. I don't care who you are and what your platform is, wherever you're at, whatever little sphere of influence you've been given, there's something that you can do to help. period. And no one's off the hook, nobody. And so I was like, what can I do? And so I came up with this idea. Well, oh my goodness, I have experience in education. I've been a school counselor. I have kids of my own. I'm talking to other Black families. I know the stressors that are going on. What if I create an online program just for Black boys? And now we're expanding it to Black girls. And this is around the ages of 8 years old and up, and teach them what they need to know as a Black boy to walk successfully in America. Because I got tired of always giving my babies to white America for them to teach them what they're supposed to know about themselves. That don't sit right with me. And especially after seeing all those different killings of my own people, senseless killings, I said, you know what? Let me be in charge of educating my people, my children. And when I say that's all of our kids, because we're all in this together. So this global pandemic and systemic racism has helped me to repent and be even more focused on community more than ever before. It's so easy to get caught up in our own bubble. And I think God has been revealing to all of us that no, we are in a whole ecosystem, and we need to all be about community. So sphere of influence, figure out how you can help. And so I said, I'm educating my babies. And so we came up with, it's called Armed, an online camp, and it's a Black boys blueprint for living in America. Each week, each family receives a 15-minute module from a professional Black speaker. The first week was on knowing your rights. On Black history. The second week was on healthy habits. So the first week we had a Black history professor and psychologist share. The second week, they all Black, honey, blackity black, whipping in black, melanated blackity black. So I'll work with different corporations, and you can be of all races and ethnicities. But when it comes down to sharing the content on that page, you're gonna be blackity black, because that's what our kids need to see. Yeah. And so we have the pediatrician, we have attorneys, we have a director of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, one of the head directors, talking to the students about building up your confidence. And so we even included a reader's corner where we're going to have young kids reading read alouds to other kids to be able to view. And so I want to tell everybody, it's completely free. You don't have to pay for anything. Wow. I did this all out of my own money, Charvette, my own money. It's going to be an 8-week program. But now that it's blown up, 1,400 families registered with no paid advertising, and not me calling on my influential friends who have a lot of followers. This was just grassroots, walking in excellence and purpose, putting this out there on social media. And in 2 weeks, we have 1,400 families that are already signed up, and we're expanding and growing. So I'm again, purpose. I didn't plan on it, but I didn't plan on seeing my own kind getting killed on TV for 846 either. Right. So, I'm such a creative. I'm so connected to the spirit. And this idea came on my heart, and I ran with it. And let me tell you something, Charvette, in 2 weeks, I've already made back all the money that I've used to create the program from donations. Tell me that. Tell me the power of purpose, how real that is. I didn't even think about it. I said, you know what? I'm not even worried about the money. I was led to do this. I'm going to do it because I know it's going to help my people. And in 2 weeks, I made back all the money that I've used to create this project. And now we're expanding it. We're going to do this for girls. We're going to include information about the arts and STEM. I want this to become a whole digital library for our own Black kids, because I'm tired of sending my kids to some white institution to teach them stuff that we need to be teaching our own kids.
Absolutely.
So that's where it came.
I love it. I love it. And so can people still enroll? Can people still?
Yes.
Okay. So go to the website. Give us a website address one more time. If you're like,
just go to KeitaJoy.com/armed, ARMED. Like, we're arming them. We're equipping them with the education and tools they need to be successful in America. And what better people to do it than their own kind, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Penny McPherson, who is in Costa Rica. Ooh. Go where you are led, queen. Go where you are led.
And could I be led to Costa Rica, please?
Like, bring us on over to Costa Rica. Oh my goodness. Our time is up. I've snuck a few more minutes more than I asked for.
I had so much fun with you.
Love your spirit. Thank you so much for being here. My last question, and I ask all of my guests, the purpose of the show, the goal of the show is to motivate, excite, and influence. We want to know what continues to motivate you.
knowing that God wants to use me to help his people. He's made it evident from a young age that I was called to help his people, to help heal them and give them hope. And so that's my why every day, from my family to my community to the nations. I'm here. That is the weight of my call, and I have accepted it. So that's my why. That's what gets me up every day.
All right. Well said. Thank you so much. We're going to keep our eye on you, and I feel like our paths cross again.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, listeners, listen, it's a wrap. Thank you so much for being here again. Hang out, go check out charvet.com. Let me pop that up here. We have a great blog post about our guest, Dr. Keita Joy, and a direct link to her website. So that way, anything that she discussed or talked about or social media links, you can easily get there. Even if you're checking out the podcast later, charvet.com, the link is right there. That'll give you all of the great information. Thank you. So listen, that's so fun. Comedian Wendy Lee said, Dr. Joy is my new cousin. Thank you, Dr. Jackie. Walking in excellence and integrity and purpose. Absolutely. And an invitation from Penny. Come on down to Costa Rica. Come on down. Yes. And so we will make sure the website address is there for you. It is drkeitajoy.com, drkeitajoy.com. And actually, I'm going to see if I can multitask here and add it into the comments here. drkeitajoy.com. Let's see here. And let me pop it up on the screen. There is the website address, keitajoy.com. Keitajoy.com is where you go. Thank you, Belinda, for listening and watching in. It is a wrap. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of your way. Certainly, if this show touched you, resonated with you, share it out with your audiences, share it out with your friends, your Facebook groups. We are excited that you are always here with us and you spend time with us. We don't take it for granted. Thanks, Mom. She said, great show. Thanks, Mom. All right. We are heading out and we'll be back next week with more phenomenal guests. Bye.
Live from Richmond, Virginia, you've been listening to the Charvet Mitchell Radio Show. Get Charvet Mitchell every Tuesday at 6 p.m., interviewing all the stars you want to hear from. So until next week, stay motivated, excited, and influenced. This is the Charvet Mitchell Radio Show.